Winnipeg isn't new to crime. If you live here, you know the city's got a rough edge. But lately, it's been getting worse. And it's not just your imagination. The numbers back it up. According to Statistics Canada, Winnipeg had the highest violent crime severity index among major Canadian cities in 2023. And that's not even the craziest part. Homicides, assaults, break-ins, car thefts, all of them are on the rise. So what's actually going on? Let's break it down. The meth crisis. If you ask any cop, paramedic, or even local business owner what's driving a lot of the chaos right now, they'll probably say the same word: meth. Methamphetamine use exploded in Winnipeg over the last decade. Winnipeg Police Service reported a 75% increase in meth-related arrests between 2017 and 2022. It's cheap, easy to get, and it keeps users awake for days, making them more unpredictable and sometimes aggressive. In 2019, then-Mayor Brian Bowman called it a full-blown crisis, pushing for more funding for addictions treatment. But addiction services are stretched thin, and the drugs just keep flowing in, mostly through gang networks we'll talk about in a second. Winnipeg has a serious gang problem. We're talking about groups like the Indian Posse, Manitoba Warriors, and Native Syndicate. These aren't just wannabe street crews, they're organized, ruthless, and heavily involved in drug trafficking, weapons smuggling, and violent crime. Police estimate there are about 40 different street gangs operating in Winnipeg today. According to the Criminal Intelligence Service Canada, many of these gangs have direct ties to larger networks across Canada and even into the US. And when you've got drugs to move and money to make, violence comes with it. Turf wars, retaliation shootings, robberies, it's all part of the business model. Poverty and lack of opportunities. Here's something that doesn't get talked about enough: poverty. Winnipeg has some of the highest child poverty rates in the country. According to Campaign 2000, over one-third of kids in the city live below the poverty line, and neighborhoods like the North End, West Broadway, and parts of downtown have been struggling for decades. When you grow up around poverty, violence, addiction, and lack of opportunity, the streets can look a lot more promising than a minimum wage job, especially when gangs are recruiting younger and younger, some kids as young as 12 or 13 getting pulled into the life. A broken justice system? Another piece of the puzzle is the court system itself. It's overloaded, it's slow, and sometimes it feels like a revolving door. Winnipeg Police Chief Danny Smythe has openly talked about how frustrating it is to arrest the same offenders over and over again, only to see them back on the street days later. During a press conference in 2023, Smith said, "It's not unusual for an individual to have dozens of outstanding warrants and still be out in the community. When there's no real consequence for crime, what message does that send? Lack of police resources." Winnipeg's police force isn't keeping up with the crime surge either. According to the Winnipeg Police Board annual report, the department has been facing budget cuts even while 911 calls have gone way up. More violent calls, fewer officers. It's not a good mix. In fact, back in 2022, the Winnipeg Free Press reported that response times for non-violent crimes like car theft or break-ins were so delayed, some victims just gave up even reporting them. Social issues and homelessness. You can't talk about rising crime without mentioning the homelessness crisis. Tent cities have popped up along the Red River and under downtown bridges. Shelters are over capacity, and mental health services are overwhelmed. A 2023 study by the Main Street Project estimated that over 1,500 people were experiencing homelessness in Winnipeg on any given night, and a large percentage were Indigenous. This isn't just about not having a home. People living on the streets are way more vulnerable to violence, drug use, and being pulled into criminal activity just to survive. Guns on the street. Here's something a lot of people don't realize. Guns are way more common now. In 2022, Winnipeg police seized more than 700 illegal firearms, the highest number ever recorded for the city. Many of these weapons are smuggled in from the US through underground networks. More guns equals more shootings. It's simple math. So why is Winnipeg's crime rate rising? It's not one thing, it's everything. The meth crisis, gangs and organized crime, deep poverty, a struggling justice system, underfunded police services, homelessness and mental health, a flood of illegal guns, until all of these issues get tackled at once. And for real, not just with band-aid solutions, the numbers are probably going to keep climbing.